In this lesson, I'll show you how to use the moles of a product to determine the limiting reactant in a reaction. The question reads, the chemical reaction of carbon monoxide and hydrogen is used to produce methanol CH3OH. If 3.00 moles of CO and 5.00 moles of H2 are the initial reactants, what is the limiting reactant and how many moles of methanol can be produced? Let's begin by organizing our work. We're told in the question that the amount of moles of CO is 3.00. So I'll write down N is equal to 3.00 moles. And the amount of moles of H2 is 5.00. From this, I want to calculate the number of moles of product from each reactant, and I'm going to discuss why. So first, I'll create a mole ratio of CO to CH3OH. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. So the amount of moles, if we were to use the reactant CO comparing to CH3OH, is 1-to-1. So this one will have an N value of 3.00. Let me do the same thing for H2. With H2, we have a mole ratio that's 2-to-1. So we have 2 molecules of H2 to 1 molecule of methanol. Our mole ratio will look like this. 2 molecules per every 5.00 moles, that's for H2, is equal to 1 molecule of methanol to an unknown amount of moles. Cross multiplying, 5 times 1 is 5, and N times 2 is 2N. Dividing both sides by 2 to eliminate the 2 on the right side, we end up with 2.5 moles of CH3OH. So we have this number and we have this number. Mind you that the units here are in moles. The way we select the limiting reactant is we look at which of these two reactants gave us the smaller amount of moles of methanol. The smaller amount being 2.50 is the maximum amount of methanol that can be produced from the limiting reactant, which happens to be H2, when it's completely consumed. So just to give you a clearer vision here, the reactant that gives you the lesser amount of moles for the product, in our case methanol, is the limiting reactant. And there you have it. That is how to use moles of the product to determine the limiting reactant.